But right there, that's where you see the supposed entities in the middle there.
Oh yeah, right there. Boom, boom.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I stabilized it and tried to look at it, and I couldn't see any movement in there. So I don't know.
I'll put some better overlaid, images and video and post here of this while we're looking, of the image or of the entities. So like, let's say with all the work that you've looked into this and thought about, what's your like, where do you sit at it? You think this is a non-human craft and those are non-human beings? What do you think?
I mean, again, it sounds crazy, but again, if it's true, then this would be our best evidence. For people that say there's aliens and they're in flying saucers, and where are the high def videos? These are high def videos from a while ago.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
no.
But yeah, I've stabilized it. I didn't see any movement, and you also have from Dr. Leir saying that he was there and confirmed it. While the guy was filming it, so that would remove.
That's interesting.
Hoaxes.
Yeah,
that removes a lot of things.
You're right. I mean, you're 100% right. That you got to admit that is
so
that's interesting.
It makes it even more elaborate, I guess. If it is a hoax, then, which makes me think it could be like a physical phenomena, like maybe there is a weird Fata Morgana optical illusion, like this is on the opposite side of the coast. But that doesn't make sense if Leir is right there and
he's saying, I see it too.
Close to the horizon, and yeah, it also doesn't.
I wonder, like, if they're looking out from without zooming in, if they're just looking out from, like, how much zoom does this camera have? First of all, I mean, it's
a lot, 16 times. So it was more than a super zoom, and that's the other debunking argument, is that this is like some interior lens artifact. Which I don't understand, because he's moving around, but maybe there's a reflection, and when he moves the camera slightly, it reflects off like something in the ground in front of the camera or somewhere. I don't know, a weird lens.
It would move. That thing would like distort a little bit, because I've seen those things, and I know what you're talking about. When you're filming, you get these little like refractions and stuff in the lens, but typically those will adjust and move as you're moving the camera and the way the light bounces, because it's all about angles and stuff. So I don't see any of that happening here at all. It stays the same shape. The lights stay in the same spot, right? Like all the highlights. Well, see, that's interesting. It just like went dark.
He could have zoomed out with the light exposure and all that.
That's true too.
No, I think as far as UFO high definition videos, I don't know how you get better, because the guy was there. There's a lot of it, and then you have Dr. Leir and alleged, other onlookers saying, yeah, I saw he zoomed in on this thing up in the sky. So it seems like the best evidence, which, again, all these things, it's like you can get into UFOs and you're like happy to look, oh, there's a light in the sky. But then it's like, okay, well, here's the whole story. Now do you believe it? And like, no way,
Totally.
But I don't know. If true, then yeah, you would have, these are beings and they came down to hang out in Istanbul.
Didn't the guy who filmed this come out recently, right, with an interview? Did you mention that earlier?
Yeah, he did. UAP Studies podcast found him, tracked him down, because I went there and I asked around and people like did not want to talk to me.
Oh, really?
I said, can you give me his information? Nothing. And I basically didn't want to talk.
Do you have a video on your channel of you going to Turkey and looking into this?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Okay. They can go check. It's from last year in September. I went. September.
Okay, cool. I'll definitely put a link in the description, and maybe even show a short clip here to give.
Yeah, you can see the people running at the end. I mean, because my daughter was filming. I didn't know she was filming. She was with me, helping me. She was holding the camera. My 10-year-old daughter. Got it. Or she was 11, and she ended up holding the camera when I didn't know she was, and they like ran. It wasn't hilarious. It was.
I know what you mean. Sure. See that. Yeah, this
but someone did talk. They did say, yeah, he was there. They remember him. I talked to 2 witnesses who remember him filming specifically and knew him.
Oh, that's
I met,
interesting.
yeah,
Is it a
3 other
small
people on
town
the beach.
or like what? Where you
It's
know?
a small vacation village right outside of
Got it.
Istanbul.
Got it.
And I interviewed a bunch of people on the beach, and 3 other people. I got 3 or 4 other stories. Yeah,
And is there daytime footage of this, or it's only nighttime?
there is, and all you see is those lights. You see
The
the curved
three,
lights there. You see there's
yeah,
like 3
yeah,
lights.
yeah. That's
So
all
you
you
see
see.
5 lights that look just like that, but 5 lights set up, and they're red. And there's like
Got
this
it.
dog barking at it. It's a famous video. The dog's just barking, and he's filming these lights on the horizon, and the dog's just going nuts.
No, that's
It could
so
be in
interesting.
2008 if you can't see it in this
Sure.
video.
No, yeah, and I'll post it over in post. I'm just curious about these other little weird little orbs he's filming, right? Like,
Tekrar bakalım. Evet, suyun üzerinde yine. Kaçış yapma. Yaklaştır yavaş yavaş. Yaklaştır. Abi ne mi acaba su içinde? Bir su var. Belli suyun üzerinde işte.
That's when he zooms out. So they're basically moving around, and then he zooms in on that, and that's what you see here when he zooms in. He's got this crazy zoom lens.
oh, so
It's a
that
big camera,
light
you know?
bouncing around
VHS.
is when he zooms in, that's what he sees is the
Yeah,
crescent
yeah.
shaped. Oh, wow. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. So that's the light, and you'll see he zooms in on that orb, and that you see as an orb now, and it turns into that thing, that
Right
crescent thing.
there. Hmm.
Although, yeah, there's not always the direct zoom in. Like there, you
Well,
see there was a
that's a
cut.
cut. That was a cut
Yeah, it's not
Right.
always, but there is on the
on
moon
the other
one
one.
that I think
On the
really
moon
is the
one.
best evidence.
And that's the
I'll
know
go to
what? Let's
2008,
just
but you can see
yeah,
it
let's
there.
just real quick. I'll just bring it up here
Yeah,
real
go
quick.
to-
The 2008 one, 2008. Didn't it say
Yeah.
2008?
That's what he used, 20 times optic. There you go.
Oh, see, there's a big light here.
So that's the moon, yeah.
Okay, that's the moon.
He'll zoom it in focus. Yeah, he's trying to like, and then he pans down from the moon, and then you see the thing.
Is there ever a shot? I guess we'll see that the moon and that thing are in the same shot,
That was it right there. Yeah.
but not in the same frame. I mean, I guess is what I meant. Sorry. So you measured the
It's out
distance,
of the frame. It's not in the same. It's not
right?
close enough, I guess.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
zoom
almost
out.
there. Yeah. So you took that where the moon was right here and kind of used. See, that's interesting the way that just happened. That was an interesting little cut there.
Yeah, go back before the moon.
Yeah, let me go full here. Before the moon. Okay, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, zooming out. Goes up to the moon. Right, he's trying to find the moon.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Right there, it cut.
And there's a cut. That's a cut.
Yeah, that was a cut.
But from the other one, he goes from the object to the moon.
I mean, it is interesting. Look, I mean, right there, you
He
see.
showed again.
Look at that. I mean, you can see. I can't get a good. But you do see like little figures there, right? Like.
That's what Leir said is the entities or whatever. He said you.
But that looks like they're just out
us.
in the open. Does that make sense? Like they're not covered by anything. Like yeah, like yeah, like they're Thelma and Louising this. I don't know what's going on here, which is interesting. Like I see something, but I don't know if I would go so far as to say beings.
Yeah,
but I see a shape of, you know, some body or something. But God, it's so tough.
And when I stabilize, I don't see it move. So To me, it didn't.
Oh,
look
that's
like it.
interesting.
So here you go. So that's the lights over the horizon right there. That was talking
Got
about.
it. Got it. Okay, and that's the horizon.
So
Got
that's
it.
yeah.
Okay.
You have the horizon you could have on the distant shore because you're looking across the Bosphorus. But when I was there, it's 28 miles.
Oh wow.
So it's quite far, but you can see.
So he's got an
You can't see
attachment
land in the distance.
on the
I
right,
think
because
it's
that's
much
what
lower
that
though.
you can see the attachment on the camera, whatever
Yeah,
he's got
it
on
was a
there to give him
special
that.
20-time optical.
Got it. To give
So
him
that's where
long.
they say
Yeah.
it could be one of the interior lens elements. Is that curved, weird
Sure.
looking light thing?
Sure. Well, if you've ever shot with a camera, and there's a trick you can do where you actually take off the lens, but you physically hold it up against, right? But you've unscrewed it, and you can kind of tilt it left, right, up, down, and get these weird things going on, right? Like it's like a trick for, music videos and whatever. If you're trying to add some different effects, sort of a cheaper way to do it. No, I mean, it's interesting for sure. See, these lights are interesting. I mean, I gotta admit, it's
That's
definitely
where the
interesting.
dog's barking here. This is the one I think.
Oh, that was it.
This one here coming.
Let's see if I hear it.
Suyun üstünde lan bu.
You can see 3 lights there for sure.
Suyun
Yeah.
üzerindeştir.
And they're weird orange lights.
Yeah.
Yemin ediyorum ağır ağır gidiyor.
And he's speaking in Turkish. I learned Turkish actually. I was a Turkish exchange pilot. That's my whole relation to Turkey.
Oh wow.
Allah Allah.
Yeah, we love Turkey. We also went
Gir abi gir.
on vacation there.
Af-
Although I
love
wouldn't
Turkey
go to
too.
this place necessarily. There's much nicer
My-
places.
I worked with a lot of guys from Turkey in restaurants that I worked, that we had an exchange program with, like a culinary school in Turkey, in Istanbul. And so I worked with a lot of Turkish guys who are still really good friends of mine. I'm going to ask them about this video, maybe even ask for some translation. Kanka, they just call me Kanka. That's it. What's up, Kanka? I think that means dude, I guess. I don't know any Turkish.
Abi, it should be Abi.
Abi, they call me Kanka. I don't know. I don't speak
Abi's
Turkish.
uncle. They call everybody Uncle Abi.
Abi, no,
Yeah,
we
like
never
bro.
got that.
It's
We
like bro.
always got Kanka. Kanka. What's up, Kanka? Okay, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they were effing with us. You know what I mean? Maybe they were messing with us. No, I find it fascinating. I gotta admit, it's a fascinating.
Yeah, the final
video.
thing that's really kind of nuts with the story is that he says that there's a giant ship buried under Mount Nemrut,